Hello and welcome. Today we're talking about belief clearing. I found it to be a super impactful and instantaneous way of steering reality, healing the body, and getting aligned. It's all about identifying and ridding ourselves of thought patterns that aren't supporting our highest good. Notions we've adopted, perhaps subconsciously, perhaps from our early conditioning or society or the media, that can limit our experiences, perpetuate situations of lack, cause pain and illness when crystallized into the body, and that can be responsible for a lot of less than ideal experiences and patterns in life. What I've learned and have learned to tweak is from a book called The Sedona Method by Hale Dwoskin. It's so easy, which makes this an awesome energy work technique to do anywhere, almost any time. Just maybe not while driving or operating heavy machinery. The first thing, I think, the most important thing to understand, is that the body is not some concrete lump of flesh. It is energy, like everything else. It is in constant flux, in constant vibration, and it can heal instantly. The physical aspect is just the densest, most concrete, obvious way we encounter energy here on Earth. Thoughts and beliefs, those seemingly less tangible, are also energy, which ripple out across all existence. And when repeated again and again, they can build up within the body, creating energetic accretions, but those can shift just as easily as well. These shifts can occur so instantly and quickly because our consciousness manifests our external reality and determines which of the infinite timelines of the quantum field of possibility we experience at any given moment. Holding different beliefs is literally existing in a different reality. Changing beliefs is literally changing realities. That there is an infinite multitude of realities simultaneously existing outside linear time is another key idea to grasp, in my opinion. To illustrate the kind of dynamism I'm talking about, which again I really want us to recall is inherent to our energetic nature, I'm turning to this oil painting from 1918 by Giacomo Balla, which is super appropriately titled Spirit Form Transformation. Balla was a proponent of Italian Futurism, the art movement obsessed with speed, force, rapid movement, and mechanical power. It also portrayed the accelerated developments and agitations of modern life, which fittingly applies to our purposes of healing our own turbulence. Futurism had roots in Italy over the course of the first quarter of the 20th century. There was also a group of Russian writers and artists working in a similar vein at the same time. So yes, Futurists, some of them, eventually expressed a zeal for fascism. But we're in a non-dual corner of the internet here. We are simply observing what is, while extrapolating meaning for our purposes with the intention to serve with love. And to observe Balla's still image is to see nothing static about it. Rays of light like pastel prisms and skinny sunbeams shoot into and across the foreground to instantly strike the eye. To me, it's as if the rays emanate from a periwinkle sky, this whirling gradient backdrop of sultry and creamy to bright blue tones, encrusted in bands of dancing crystalline geometries cut like glowing diamonds and emeralds. They intersect harmoniously, scanning and sweeping the surface of a domed green foreground with the look of a fuzzy, grassy hillside, bringing in fresh, vital, structured energy, and something of a purifying sensation. And to me, these rays are a proper reminder of how our thoughts project outwards as energy with a real impact on creating our reality, and their seeming velocity speaks of how quickly we can shift pockets of stuck energy within us to open pathways for healing. The color palette of both soft and bold pink, lilac, blue, yellow, green, and turquoise hues feels optimistic and soothing. It evokes the happiness and freedom on the other side of limiting beliefs, and speaks to the fact that we can make changes using only the delicate, refined means of consciousness. And all that contrasts nicely with the straight, sharp, driving lines that dominate the canvas. Such hard precision makes a great analogy for the control we can exercise over all of our energy bodies at any time. I feel like the futurists would be psyched because you can depend on this technique like a machine. When you're in any kind of physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual distress, feeling ill, blocked up, afraid, triggered, or anything ego-based, belief clearing will help. It's been particularly great for processing anger and sadness for me, as it peels back layers of illusion so we can really understand what's going on behind our perceptions. I've for real stopped taking pain pills for any ache or pain since I've incorporated this into my life, and I've been able to identify patterning I've carried for a long time. It's a simple but potent all-purpose tool, and it's quite like making a decree or statement of intent. Thus, there may be lots of scenarios you'll feel prompted to do this in once you get in the habit of it. Say you feel physical pain or a weird bodily sensation. You'll want to ask what vibration and what belief attached to it is being held in the affected area and get an intuitive answer. Then clear both. Same goes when you're in a sour mood. You can keep asking yourself why you feel a certain way, or what you believe to be the worst about a situation or possible situation until you get to the root belief behind your negative reaction. Then clear that. Other times, you might just have a sudden realization of a thought form that's been driving you along in life. Like, you think a negative thought and realize you don't want to believe that. So instead, you know you can clear it. Sometimes our beliefs are subconscious. We can identify them by paying attention to the parts of our lives that aren't running so smoothly, or can ask for them to be revealed to us through dreams, synchronicity, instant downloads of understanding, or communication with our guides and higher selves. Then clear them when we get insight. So, here's how you can do it yourself. Once you've identified the belief you'd like to clear, try to let yourself feel and embody the motion behind it fully, even if it's really negative. Don't worry, you're letting it go. Then, try to locate where that energy sits in your body, maybe a particular joint, organ, chakra, or another area. If you're already in pain, it'll be pretty obvious. You can even take a second to thank that belief. Acknowledge the protection it's offered you, which you no longer need. Then ask yourself, are you ready to let it go? If not, maybe ask why. See if there's other beliefs or blocks in the way. Focus on clearing those first. If you're really not ready, just come back to it another time. Now, it's time to make your command. Really feel into each word from your heart center if you can. And repeat after me, aloud or in your mind. I willingly release, uncreate, transmute, transform, and heal the belief that, fill in the blank, in all realms and dimensions, in all time and space, in all forms, and all realities now. It's important to then pay attention. Feel the release of energy somewhere in your body or energy field, and give a quick thanks for that instant shift, knowing it is indeed instant. The release might feel quick or subtle or really powerful and prolonged in your body, or anything in between. If you're not that confident intuitively in that sense, that's okay, because this is actually a really great way to practice and learn to feel energies and changes in your body. And that's it. It's a matter of using our free will to let go, taking credit for the fact we really have created the belief in question, upgrading it, turning it into something new, and letting go of any wounding attached to it, throughout absolutely all of creation. You might notice you sort out one belief, only to have others surface. That's how it is sometimes. We all have our layers, and can clear through them one at a time with a lot of self-love. Of course, please do change the phrasing to suit yourself if it feels too elaborate, or not elaborate enough, or something doesn't quite resonate. My only tip on wording is try to avoid using negative statements. Our subconscious minds don't really easily understand them. Say I want to clear the belief, it's not safe to grow up. My subconscious mind, which doesn't really easily register the word not so much, just hears it is safe to grow up. That's the opposite of the belief we want to clear. So, it can be more effective to use direct statements without negations and instead clear a belief like, it is dangerous to grow up. So that would sound like, I willingly release, uncreate, transmute, transform, and heal the belief that it is dangerous to grow up in all realms and dimensions, all time and space, in all forms, and all realities now. To wrap up, I'll say belief clearing is an excellent way to take full responsibility for how we create our experience of reality, and it can really give us a sense of control. And remember, you don't have to blame yourself or shame yourself over the beliefs you're clearing. You didn't pick these things up because you're a bad person. Childhood conditioning, societal conditioning, ancestral patterning, parallel lives, trauma responses, defense mechanisms, and more can all play into the beliefs we carry. Just remember Balla's rays blasting outwards anytime you need, and remember, you too have the ability to blast your own junk out for instant transformation. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. If you feel so inclined, do share this one with your friends because it is an important clearing technique. It can really help everyone out in a lot of situations, I think. And hit subscribe because there's going to be more to come soon, and I will see you next time.